And a preferred customer is somebody that has the opportunity to share our product with others. How many of you have seen the popularity of Get 3 Years is Free program out there? Has it been successful? Yeah. Absolutely. It's been successful with, outside of network marketing, it's even been successful. Kind of loyalty programs, sharing programs, all of that. And so now imagine having the power of you share this vacations with 3 people and yours is free. That's what we're talking about. And we're going to give you that opportunity and also your customer. So your customer will have an opportunity to become a preferred customer. That'll give them a website. It'll allow them to share the vacations with other people. If they get 3 people that are doing that, they're going to start accumulating our beach bucks. We'll get into that in a second. They can trade those beach bucks for vacations, a lifetime of free vacations. It is really very cool. You'll start to see this part of the plan, you'll see in full in its entirety roll out in September. Okay, big reasons to be at the September event, but you'll see the loyalty program, the customer program starting to roll out in full force with the beach bucks. And we'll talk about beach bucks a lot more during this presentation. So compensation plan, the first level is a customer. We want a lot of those, right? Second level then becomes a team member. And a team member is somebody that purchased a vacation up front, right? One of our 3 vacation packs, and they say, you know what, I want to be a brand partner with you. I want to build a business. So when they purchase that $99 seller of travel, if they've purchased one of those upfront packages, at that point they're a brand partner. The distinction between team member and brand partner is they made a purchase in the package. Okay? By law, and so I know, by the way, this is a comprehensive training. We're going to go into a lot of detail. I don't expect anyone to get it all. I've been immersed in this for 60 days, going through a lot of different detail. And so I'm going to cover some of the legalities here that you may or may not be aware of. But by law, we have to have a mechanism that somebody can get started with us as a team member, build a business with us, and never make a single purchase of our product, but yet be able to get to the very top of our comp plan, never purchasing our product. Okay? That's a law. That's a requirement of the law. That's what the team member is. Okay? So they're buying a $99 kit. You say $99, most kits are $39. Yes, they are, and ours would be $39 too if we didn't pay $60 to the state of Florida for what's called a seller of travel. So all of you, when you get started with us, you're going to be filling out a seller of travel application. It has to be notarized. We take $60, we send it to the state of Florida, because if you're selling vacations, you are a seller of travel. These other companies that are skating that law are going to get bit. Okay? We're going to do things the right way here, legally, all the way, to protect the opportunity for everybody. And so, and here's the thing. It's a little cumbersome, right? I mean, you got to fill out a seller of travel. You got to have it notarized, so will all of your people. So, make sure you're taking that step to train people correctly and let them know why we're doing this. We're not a money game. We're not a, get your spot type of company. We're building a long-term residual income. We're building a FVN distribution network. There's things that we do that are required to do if you want to stick around long term. If you want to be here for 2 or 3 years, we don't need to do that. If we want to be here for 30 years, we absolutely need to do this. And so they become a team member, they get their seller of travel, and they'll get a kit that'll have a couple of things in there for them. And so that's how everybody that gets started in our business will get a seller of travel kit. And some people will choose to purchase vacations. Okay, some will choose not to purchase vacations, but there's a mechanism by getting customers that they can accumulate enough volume to go through the comp plan and get to the top of the comp plan. Everybody clear? Okay. So here's the comp plan. This is the beginning. You start to see the qualifications. So as a brand partner, and here's the qualifications, you've got to have a seller of travel, and you will need $100 or 100 points, personal qualifying value, PQV. So qualifying value, PQV. If you purchase our $249 vacation, guess how many points it has on it? 100, right? So you satisfied that qualification by your own personal purchase, or you can have customers or develop a group volume. So that's your customers are part of your group, or actually your customers would be part of your personal qualifying value. And then your group value means you're starting to build a team. Your team members' purchases, their customers' purchase, that's the 500 PQV. So you see the different values for the 3 different levels of the first part of our compensation plan. You'll see the chart just in a second. But you see the difference is PQV versus group qualifying volume, and there is that mechanism that somebody can work their way through the entire comp plan. Okay? The second thing that you see down there, you're going to see some things a little bit different, and you're going to see an auto ship. Our auto ship is now 1 night value season. So that 1 night value season, we're in the vacation company, or vacation business, right? So it makes sense that what we would probably use for auto ship, I mean, if you're in the vitamin company, if you're in a vitamin business, right, you're probably not selling long distance, right? I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So if we're in the vacation business, what we want to do is have 1 night value season that somebody can purchase. You see that it's $99 a month, $75 qualifying volume, and $75 business volume on there. Business volume is what you get paid in the unit level. 2 nights, or the second auto ship. Some of you, that's actually 2 nights of value season. So you see a discounted rate there for 2 nights of value season. You see the QV and BV associated with that. And some of you, I think these are smoking products. Okay, how many of you have used the deductor, the tax deductor, thus far? Great product?
Great product.
Great product, okay? How many of you use the text and the voicemail service? Great product?
Great product.
Great product. So we didn't want to get rid of those altogether. So what you're seeing there in auto ship number 3 will be 1 night value season plus the business building tools. And you see the price and the correspondence on there. You see 125 qualifying volume on that. It'll make more sense when we get to the rest of the comp plan, because as you climb in leadership, remember what we said. You use the products, you share the products. You've got to be a product of the product, which means leaders use the product more frequently than others, right? If we were in a vitamin company, you would probably be using more products than somebody that just got involved, because that's what leaders do. Same thing here. We're looking for leaders to step up and say 2 nights of value season. Now, having said that, you know, you start to look at that and you say, well, that would be 24 nights of value season, John. I don't know that I'm on a vacation that much. Or, hey, you know what? I've got kids. You know, sometimes, you know, we vacation during the summer. They want to go to Orlando. Can't quite do that. We need to be able to go during peak season. You're going to see a concept introduced to us which is really going to become the FVN currency. And we call it beach bucks. And beach bucks are exciting. There's a lot of things that we're going to be able to plug into beach bucks. So I want you to follow how this works. If you're a FVN brand partner with us, and as soon as you become a brand partner, you've probably already purchased our value season packages. In September, you will be able to go into your back office and there'll be a converter there. You'll be able to say, you know what, that 5-4 vacation, I want to convert that to beach bucks. And you'll be able to convert that to our beach bucks. You will then be able to use that beach bucks for peak season vacations, our brand partner experience, a training very similar to what we're doing here. We've got some pretty exciting cruise option type stuff that's coming up. If you want to go during peak season, you'll be able to do that. You will have to fall under the touring, because if you're going to come in peak season, people tour. Okay, that's just one of the qualifications. People are going to have to meet those qualifications to tour that would fall under the Westgate qualifications. But there'll be an option there that they'll be able to actually come during peak season, trading their beach bucks to be able to do that, be able to tour, and there's all kinds of cool things that can go with that. And over time, what you're really going to see is a family vacation network catalog, that you'll be able to use that currency that we call beach bucks for all kinds of different things. You know, eventually down the road, you know, and I think big, but you know, how cool would it be to take an African safari? We're going to take questions individually afterwards. Otherwise, this will go 3 hours. I promise you. We'll get into all kinds of details. So we'll do those individually. But you know, how cool would it be to take an African safari, right? On beach bucks, a lifetime of free vacations. That's what we're talking about. That's in the future, okay? But that's the flexibility that's going to give us. There's other products that'll be coming in where you'll be able to build a value called beach bucks as well. So we're pretty excited about this program and where it could go. And again, you'll be able to convert your package into those. Now, some people are going to ask, if you're like me, well, why don't you just have people buy beach bucks right out of the gate, right? Doesn't that make sense? It would if you want to go to jail. Okay, because the classic definition of pyramid is I'm taking like an airplane pyramid. Anybody ever done one of those? Like, okay, all right, don't raise your hand, but right? So it's taking money for money. That's all it is. There is no product. So if we're taking money for our currency called beach bucks right out of the gate, that's not going to be good. But that's not what we're doing. You're buying value season vacations, and you can choose to trade those later into beach bucks and be able to use those beach bucks. It's important that we have that middle step in there. Here's the front end, or actually the back end. This is where we start, this is the front end differential part of the plan. And so what you see here are our first 3 leadership ranks. And again, everybody should have that sheet. Where's it at? Oh, I put it right here. Who wants an iPad? We need 3 smoking names for our top leadership positions. Need to be kind of vacation-y, cool, okay? Not looking for Jedi Warrior or anything like that. That's a cool name, but something that goes along with vacationing. And we're going to put those names in the hat. And the ones that will pick the right names, if your name was one of those we picked, it goes in the hat. And the winner is going to get an iPad. We need those in. Was that date July 31st, Rob? Is that what we said? Was that date July 31st? Yep. Deadline for it is July 31st. So we'll be announcing those names. Actually, we'll pick the winners, I think, in August. So there's our 3 levels of leadership, and those are the qualifications to get there. So as you see a beachcomber, you've got to have 2 personally enrolled people and at least 2 customers. Real, live customers, okay? And 3,000 group qualifying volume. So your personal volume is part of your group. That's your volume and your customers' volume in a calendar month. Your group is the brand partners, your enrollment tree of brand partners that you've sponsored. So you start to see the different levels. Those are the qualifications that would correspond with all of that as you start to climb the ranks. And you'll see, really the plan was broken into a couple of parts here. The first part of the plan is really all about you and personal recruiting. The second part of the plan then becomes about developing leadership. And you'll see that transition reflected in the plan. 2 qualified cruise director legs, 4 qualified cruise director legs. And you notice we actually had higher qualifications at one time for leader rank 5, leader rank 6. We backed those back down because, in talking to some of the people that I respect in comp plans, and David was a part of that, you really don't want a leader bipolar having it, well, I'd love to come help you, but I got to go get my own personals to stay qualified in the comp plan. Once they get to that part of the plan, we really want them doing what leaders should be doing, which is helping develop their groups. Okay? And so you see the qualifications. Here's the thing. Challenging, but not all that challenging. And they need to be a little challenging because the differential plan that you're about to see here is smoking, and you want it to be for leaders that are building, but you don't want to be cut off from your entire income. So this is the percentages to be paid in the differential. And we're going to cover exactly what all of that means in just a second. So you look at the different levels. Beachcomber is your first level, corresponding to the chart that we just showed. 20%, 30%, 40%. And differential, it's called differential because it's really simple. If you can add and subtract, you get the plan. All right? Because if I'm at leader 4, leader rank 4, and you're a beachcomber at 20, and you bring somebody in with our $9.99 package, that has a vacation value of it of 30%, or excuse me, 300, I'm sorry. That has a vacation value of 300. So if you're the person that did that, you would make the enroller bonus, $100, and you would make 20% of the 300, $60, 160, and then some money also goes into the BV, so you're going to get paid on the back end of the plan too. If you are at leader rank 4, you make the differential, the difference between 20 and 50%, that spread is how much? 30%. 30% of 300 is how much? 90. You understand the comp plan. It's that simple. You make the difference between. Now, here's the one caveat. What if you're at leader rank 4 and so is somebody you personally enrolled? What happens? You're blocked, right? There is no difference there. You drop the differential tier 1 bonus, which is 5%. So until you get 2 of you, in the same leader rank, you're not cut off in the plan. Now understand, every brand new person you sponsor starts a brand new leg. So you're going to have some folks, let me see if we get to it. I'm gonna fast forward here. We'll come back to that. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so let me kind of explain this. So here we are. You're at leader rank 5. We'll walk through this straight up. Okay, so you're at leader rank 5. You sell a global travel pack. 300 vacation value. This breaks down how much money do you make. So you'd make the Fast Start bonus, which is how much? $100. You'd make 60% because the value was 60%. When you look at the plan, 60% of 300 is how much?
180.
And we would be putting 150 BV into the back end of the plan, and given the fact that you're at leader rank 5, you'd make 9% of that, or $13.50 for a grand total of $293.50, if my math is correct, off of that enrollment. Okay, let's go to the next one, and I'll back up. Now let's say you have somebody who is a cruise director, and you're still leader rank 5. So that cruise director makes a vacation package sale, our $9.99 pack. They make $100 for the enrollment bonus. They're at the cruise director level, which is 40%, so they make 40% of 300. How much is that? 120, and they're at the 7% in the uni level. They make another 1050. Okay, for a grand total of 230.50. But you're their upline enroller, and there's nobody between you and them at a higher rank. What do you make? You make that 20% split, right? You're at the 60% level, they're at the 40% level. So you make the difference between 60 and 40, or 20. You make $60 plus the unilevel 72. Pretty simple stuff, huh? I'm telling you, you should be able to, and we're going into some detail, but you should be able to explain this comp plan to somebody in about 10 minutes. You know, once it starts to set in, it's really very, very, very simple. And what duplicates? Complicated or simple?
Simple.
Simple, which is why we really have tried to boil it down and make it as simple as possible. Okay, here's another example. So same type of example, except now you're at the leader rank 5, so this is a brand new leg. This is a different leg, right? Understand, every new person you sponsor starts a brand new leg. Brand new leg, brand new leg. So even if you're at the 5% level where you're blocked and now you're just getting the 5%, that's only on that leg. You know, what if you've got 10 other legs? You start to see the power of this income. This is very closely related to the coding program. And the coding program has paid $1 million a month in commissions to individuals. And it's really, really close to the coding program. So as we look at this, let's say, again, you're at leader rank 5, right? And so, but you've got somebody in this group. So you sponsored the cruise director who sponsored the beachcomber. So we've got a beachcomber. So they're at the 20% level. And they sponsor somebody with our $9.99 pack. What do they make? $100 for the Fast Start bonus, $60 or 20% of 300 is 60. They make $60 in the differential bonus. They make $750 in the unilevel for $167.50. What does the cruise director make that you enroll? Well, they make the difference between that 20 or between the 40 and the 20, which is 20%. They make $60 and $9 in the unilevel, $69. What do you make? You're at the 60% level. You make the difference between you and the next person, which is the cruise director. So you again make that 20%. Isn't it interesting that because of the unilevel, you actually make more than the cruise director? Isn't that cool? Well, if you're leader rank 5, it's cool. If you're the cruise director, yeah, you got to work a little bit. Get to cruise director, get to leader rank 5. So you start to see how the flow and how the money flows, okay? And you see a very, very leveraged income. And this is kind of an example of that, all right? So this is leader 5, you again, and you see the different legs here. These are the different legs that you started. So one leg, you've got the first person in that leg is a cruise director. The other one is leader 5, so you're blocked. How much do you make? Well, you'd make 0 on that leg, right? But then you'd make the 5% because of being the tier 1 bonus right below it. So you're not cut off completely until another leader 5 or higher comes into that leg. okay? And then at that point, you'd be blocked in that leg. But you've got all your other legs. And trust me, when you're at the higher levels in the comp plan, that's a good problem to have, because the money that's being driven to the back end of the plan because somebody worked to get up there is staggering out of the unilevel portion of the plan. So you see the jet setter, you're making the difference between 30 and 60, and you see all these different legs. I want to point out to the global brand partner down there. So that's somebody that just got started, right? So they haven't quite made it to our first level of beachcomber yet. Right? So they're working their way to beachcomber. They're about to get to that $3,000 group volume and have their 2 people and 2 customers. So as they're working, you're at 60% on everything they're doing until they hit to that. Once they get to that, they're at the 20%. Now you're making the 40-20 split, as you see in the top right corner. Pretty simple. We'll take questions.
Where did the global brand partner?
Excuse me?
Where did global brand partner? That comes from us having made sales?
Yes. Yes. So those are, as you're starting to make sales, exactly. So those are vacation sales that are being made to other people that are either joining our program or going on vacation. Okay? That's exactly what it is, through the vacation packs.
Leader 5, that would be one of us that entered into that.
Yes. Yes, that has climbed. And again, let me back up. Leader 5 would be somebody here. The qualifications for Leader 5 is 6 personally enrolled qualified beachcombers. So you have to have brought in 6 people and help them get to the first step. And you have to have 4 qualified cruise director legs. The legs are not people that are personally enrolled, or they could be, but legs are out of a lineage. So you would have at least sponsored 4 people, and out of those 4 people, what would have developed was somebody that got to the level of cruise director, and you've got $250,000 in group qualifying volume monthly. That's the climbing of how you get to there. So that is the differential part of the plan. Let me, and you see again, there's reflected in the different levels. Once you hit the different ranks, you see the percentages that are associated with those, and then the 5% tier bonus. Here's the unilevel plan.
This is completely changed from what y'all gave us when we first came in.
It's definitely been enhanced, that's for sure. Absolutely. So this is the unilevel plan. As you start to look at what the unilevel, we've expanded the levels, so you're going deeper into the compensation plan. So what you're seeing here is actually 3 different bonuses. So you're seeing the compressed unilevel. Compressed means if somebody drops out, let's say they had 3 people they personally sponsored, they were on your 3rd level. The people that you sponsored were on the 4th. If that person drops out, those 3 people just moved up to your 3rd level. So everything's going to compress up to the 6 levels, and you see the percentages that are paid. Again, a lot of this is going to be on auto ship, which is our vacations, right? The monthly auto ship where somebody's purchasing a 1 night of value season or 2 nights of value season. All of the auto ships have 75 BV on them. Or when somebody's purchasing an upfront vacation package, all of those packages have BV. So again, the front end of the plan is helping to drive the back end of the plan. So you see the compressed unilevel there. Second bonus you see here is a matching bonus. So this matching bonus is matched, it's a check match. So this is on the people that you've personally enrolled. Whatever their check is, you get those percentages, anywhere from 7 to 12% of their check. So if you're at the leader rank 4 level and you've got somebody that this month made $1,000, your match on their check is $100 if you're the personal enroller of them. And then the final thing that you see here are our bonus pools. Okay, and the bonus pools are really for, it's the leadership bonus pool, and it's basically if you're at these levels every month, you're qualified for the pool. And here's how it works. It's really very cool. So if you're a beachcomber, you get 1 share of the beachcomber pool. So we're taking 1% of the BV, whatever that number is, we divide that out by the number of people, okay, the number of people that actually hit the beachcomber position, okay, beachcomber or higher. That'll give you a percentage of the pool. You get 1 share of that pool, okay. If you are a jet setter, you get 1 share of the beachcomber pool and 1 share of the jet setter pool. Okay, so as you climb the ranks, you get the smaller pools, which there are a lot of people that share in, right? But as you climb the higher ranks, there are less and less people sharing in those pools, And so you see that pool start to get bigger. Again, we wanted to set up a mechanism that everybody was incentivized to work with other people, even cross-line, right? So, you know, this is a huge incentive to be working with people cross-line, building. I've heard this saying probably 1,000 times. A rising tide floats all boats, right? So if we are all successful, we're all successful. And this pool helps us to get to that place of being successful. We feel that it's fair, equitable, and it helps everybody to want to climb to the higher levels of leadership. So let me go through. Now we get into some cool stuff, because you've heard us talk a little bit, so that's really the front end of the plan. How many people in here are owners? Okay, we got quite a few. Good, good. Ownership has its privileges, because what you saw where there were some monthly volumes that needed to be hit, right? Monthly qualifying volumes that you saw, owners have a significantly reduced, we're working on that final number, but owners are going to have significantly reduced volumes in order to qualify inside of the compensation plan. If you're an owner, you're going to make referral commissions. We've got 3 levels of referral commissions, meaning if somebody buys timeshare, here's the law. You got to have a real estate license, or you got to be an owner to get paid on that timeshare sale. Okay? That's law. And so, but if you are an owner, you get paid on those sales. Now here's the cool thing. What if you're not an owner and a sale happens in your 3 levels? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to put that money into a holding tank. We're going to send you a notice and say, hey, you're missing out on money. Who likes to miss out on money? Anybody? I love smart audiences, right? Okay. Nobody likes to miss out. So here's what we'll do. We'll take that commission and help apply it to your down payment. Pick the resort you want to go to that you want to be an owner at. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be a mechanism in the comp plan. What's the, if there was one knock on timeshare, anybody know what it is? If I brought in the folks that are timeshare owners and then the sales folks out there, which are some of the best in the world, guess what the one knock is that they all hate? What is that? HOA. What is HOA? Homeowners Association dues, right? Maintenance fees. Well, guess what? As you climb our comp plan, those go away. So we'll have a provision in there that you can actually knock out your maintenance fees. So lifetime of free vacations, that's what we're talking about. And ownership does have its privileges. There's going to be some other bonuses in there too that we can't talk about right now, but there are some huge, huge things coming for owners also. You know, ultimately, I mean, who doesn't want to own here? I mean, it's a beautiful place, and to be able to bring friends here and show them this is our product. I mean, it's like I said in the very beginning, right? It's almost unfair that this is our product compared to, and the other companies are great. I take a handful of vitamins every morning, but it doesn't do what it does like sitting in that jacuzzi tub, right? Or sitting in that steam room in Park City. I'm just telling you, it's amazing. And when people see our product, they absolutely fall in love with it, and they want to be owners. We're just going to make it easier for them to do that. And then I went through these already, and with that, we have ran through the comp plan. It has been very simple. It's been a 60-day rewrite process that has just been, you know, amazing. We've went through a whole bunch of up and down, and we're going in a little one direction and said, no, that's not good. And so we got a lot of input from a lot of very, very, very smart people about how this should work, what's going to work that's legal, because like I said, we walk a very tight rope in making sure that this opportunity stays around for everyone. And that tightrope has to be balanced with legal and exciting. So it is somewhat of a balancing act. Now, some of you guys have, when we talk about the packages, you know, you've seen some new product packs that have come out, and you know, to reflect this plan, we've had some new product packs come out. But some of you have already come in with the old packs. No worries. You're going to be grandfathered in at the correct level, so you'll be excited at where you're at. And so, you know, not to worry about that. We'll make sure Rob's coming up here. He wants to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to emphasize that point. We're going from an old plan to a new plan. And for those of you that have been in the business for a while, you're thinking, well, what's going to happen to me? Right. And that's a big question. So what we're going to do is, can you not hear me back there, Liz?
Use the mic.
You got a handheld? Yep.
I don't mind yelling.
Thank you. So what we're going to do, we're going to develop a transitional webinar that will be available in the back end of the website, and when we have that, we'll do live webinars for 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll show you very simple examples of each rank and how that translates into what's going to be in the new plan. But I can guarantee you this, John and David and Fernando and myself, we made sure that there's a lot of money in this plan. You know, we have to make money too, but we've increased the payout on the plan, and we've made the qualifications very simple, and I think the whole focus of this is selling vacations, and that's what John came up with. You know, get 3 years is free. Very simple. We know that concept works. So, and anybody that's been in the plan, you know, we're throwing this at you, and I apologize. We're doing it in fragmented steps, but we wanted to make sure that you understood what was happening. But we will definitely have webinars. We'll have John do live webinars and make sure that you're all comfortable. If you have any questions, you can send them in to us. But I think you'll see that we'll be able to transition everybody through. And I would say this too, will be more than fair. I know you'll end up better in the new plan, and we're going to make sure of that. Yes?
What we're doing now, what the discussion that we're having now, this is what we should have been doing earlier. So we would have had more time to deal with this.
Yeah. Well,
digest it.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. That's a really good
Because this
point.
should have been done in the morning when my mind was fresh.
What's your name?
My name is Sarah.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah. Do we have a baseball?
We should have a hat here for Sarah. That is great.
Give her another one. Okay.
I've got something better than a hat, Sarah. I've got my FVN as fun glasses. How's that? That is a brilliant comment.
I'd rather the hat.
You want the hat? All right, we'll give her the hat. Sarah's a tough negotiator. Holy cow. I hope you like white.
I got a white.
You got a white one? Oh, we need a blue one then. All right, Lizzie's got one. So guys, hey, we'll be, after this is over and tonight, well, let me say a couple of things too, because we've got a really exciting event tonight. Not to bug out right now, but from 7 to 10, we're going to be at Pool 13. So, which is a... Tell us how you really feel, Charlene. All right, we'll do it on 1, 2, 3. At 7 o'clock tonight, we're going to be at Pool 13. There we go. Okay, good. And so this is the front of the building. Pool 13 is all the way to the backside behind the lake. So, you know, if the one thing about Westgate is all the employees are really, really friendly. So if you get lost, just ask them. And if you see one of the guys on the golf cart, they might even give you a ride. You never know. So, but it is Pool 13. It's on the backside. We've got Dennis is going to be DJing it, right?
Yeah, me and Danny. Danny's DJing. I'll be there hosting.
He'll be there hosting, DJing. So it's going to be a great event. We're going to have you all got in your name badge. You got 2 drink tickets, and there's an open bar too. So you'll be able to woohoo. Okay. So and there'll be some snacks there also. It's going to be a lot of fun. So and we'll be around to be able to take some questions, talk to you about this. We're excited about this plan. I can tell you guys, there have been some really, not myself, but some really, really, really smart minds that have been working on this, looking at how do we balance that line and make it as ripping as we possibly can to put as much money in your hands as we can and have a viable company that's going to go the distance long term. So we're really, really excited about the final product we've come up with. And so with that, I want everybody to get on their feet. I'll tell you what, I met this guy about, a month and a half ago, and he is the Filipino Fury. I'm going to bring Fernando back up here. He's going to bring us home with a final training. I'll tell you what, how many people like roller coasters, by the way? We're in Disney. What's your favorite coaster? Batman, okay. Tell you what, I want to put your hands together for Fernando. He's going to go through a training he calls the roller coaster. You're going to want to pay huge, huge attention. Thank you so much. All right, come on up, brother.
Fantastic. Very happy. All right, everybody, give John a big hand of applause. Mr. John DeHart. Okay, guys, just put your fingers to your lips and go, shh. Let's get this going. Let's go ahead and get started. Folks, this is all about, I'm going to go through this very, very quickly. But if you would, make your bucket list. You know, I just want to call on you to, if you got notice, like for real, like you've got 6 months, and we don't know when that time's going to be. But let's say, if you only had 6 months, you got that notice. You know, my mom's a nurse at Mercy Hospital in San Diego. And she's never ever heard of anybody said, you know what, I wish I didn't spend enough time with my kids. I wish I didn't have to go to Greece or have to go travel the world. They always say things like, I wish I spent more time with my family. I wish I could have told my children how much I love them more than I did. Okay? I wish I could have traveled to Hawaii and walked on the sands and watched, and which I do. Every time I'm in Hawaii, I watch the sunset every day. Every day I'm there. So folks, all right guys, if we got to talk, let's take it outside. Yeah, hello. If we got to talk, let's take it outside, please. Thank you. So make your bucket list, okay? And more importantly, do that with your person that you personally sponsor, okay? And make your team accountable to make sure they're doing the same thing. Because we're a family here, and our job is to make a difference with the person we brought into the business. Your responsibility is to help them achieve their goals, reach their bucket list. Check that off one at a time. Be able to go out and make a difference and inspire your team is what you're here to do. Okay? So can you guys do that? Yes. All right, so I just want to let you know that in this industry, in this business, in FVN, it is an e-ticket roller coaster ride. E-ticket. Okay, you've been to Disneyland, right? The e-ticket's the one that's most exciting, right? Well, when you first get into the business, it's like going up to the roller coaster. It goes click, 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 click. Oh man, what's the compound? Click, 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 click. $300 differential bonus. Click, 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 click. You get up to the top. Oh, signing up for $9.99. I'm fired up. Let's go. Woo! Goes down, and guess what? You get home, and it's like, oh my gosh. My spouse said, you nuts? You're in another travel deal? Boom! You get to the bottom, and it's, oh man. Then you go up to your sponsor, your upline. You get up to Rick Thompson. You go, hey Rick, you know what? She told me, man, I've done 3 travel deals, one of which was your last one. I didn't do so hot. And then Rick explains to you that, look, this time you're getting a product, you know, or you know, in Alex's case, it's like, hey, you're not spending $300 in that other company I was with and just got a membership. This time, if you spend money, you'll actually get a vacation. So what are you doing? Oh man, honey, look, check it out. We're actually getting a vacation. So you're all fired up again. You go to your warm market, and guess what? They say no. Boom. Crash and burn again. So what you've got to understand is this is a roller coaster ride. And when you're down, that's when you need your team. And as a leader in your team, you need to recognize that your people are going to go in ups and downs. Okay? And when you're fired up, you just got back from the VIP experience. Okay? You went on the tour tomorrow, and you got to take this wonderful tour and experience what it's like to see what a timeshare really looks like, and the great value. By the way, at 9:30 tomorrow, we'll have a Westgate tour for you to have an opportunity to see what in the world is this all about? Why are these people spending this money and get such great value, and how to achieve a lifetime free vacation? So you come back and like you tell all your friends, and guess what? When you're fired up and you're experiencing and living the dream, that's when the team needs you. Okay? So always stay plugged in, stay connected to your people, get on those webinars and calls. Make sure that at 9:30 tomorrow morning, you're going to go out and take a look at your product. You gotta be a product of the product, right? Thank goodness this is not a weight loss company, because I'd be in trouble. Okay, but we're in a vacation company. Okay, we're in a vacation company, so go check out what kind of vacation you're going to have. It's only going to be an hour and a half. Okay, it's going to be at the first floor, and they'll provide you breakfast. Oh, I better sign up. I don't miss too many of those. I don't miss too many meals. Okay, so go downstairs on the first floor, right by where you guys registered, right around that area. Okay, make sure to look for our lovely vice president. Yes, you'll be there?
Tammy will be there.
Tammy will be there, okay.
The vice president might not be there.
Okay, and if you do have an early checkout, maybe arrange for later